Have you ever found yourself questioning whether that spark in your eyes still captures attention the way it once did? Our culture seems obsessed with youth, glamorizing the idea that beauty has an expiration date. But here's a secret many overlook. Your allure doesn't vanish after a certain birthday. It evolves, deepens, and in many ways grows far more compelling. If you've ever wondered whether you continue to turn heads, rest assured that the signs of your lasting attractiveness may already be evident in the way people respond to you each day. This video is dedicated to revealing those sometimes hidden signals that prove your beauty has not faded with the years. In fact, it might just be shining brighter than ever. From your quiet self-assurance to the genuine warmth you radiate, there are distinct indicators that show you're far more captivating than you might think. Stick around until the end, because understanding these insights can profoundly change how you see yourself and how you value the wisdom and confidence you've earned over time. So, if you've been feeling overlooked or underestimated, prepare for a gentle but empowering reminder. By the conclusion of this video, you'll realize that genuine beauty, the kind that lingers in people's hearts and minds, doesn't fade. It matures and it becomes timeless. Have you noticed that people pause when you speak, or that strangers occasionally come up to you in public as though they sense a natural openness? This subtle magnetism isn't about wearing bold colors or having runway-ready makeup. It's about the aura you carry into any conversation or room. As the years pass, many women develop an unspoken calm that attracts others in a more meaningful way than fleeting trends ever could. Take a moment to recall a recent social gathering. Were you the one people drifted toward for advice, a laugh, or simply to share a personal story? That's not luck, that's presence. Presence transcends physical features. It resonates with how comfortable you are in your own skin. Quiet influence can be far more intoxicating than loud proclamations or showy displays. In fact, a mature woman with grace can outshine a boisterous crowd without raising her voice once. When you walk into a space radiating acceptance and empathy, people can't help but notice. They feel at ease. They sense an emotional safety net that you've carefully woven from your life experiences. Younger generations might not be able to pinpoint exactly why they're so drawn to you, but they know they want to be around you to learn from you and to replicate that sense of inner peace in their own lives. This is the first sign that your attractiveness isn't waning. It's actually evolving into something more profound and magnetic. But that's not the end of the story. Presence isn't just about being approachable. It's also about the genuine strength that lies beneath the surface. When you exude this form of confidence, it compels people to respect you, to take your words seriously, and to seek your opinion. This quiet influence can feel almost regal, as though a room subtly rearranges itself to accommodate your calm assurance. And it sets the stage for all the other signals of timeless beauty that follow. Have you ever had someone half your age ask where you bought that fabulous scarf? Or compliment you on the way your blouse complements your figure? If so, you've stumbled upon another unmistakable sign of enduring attractiveness, the ability to inspire younger generations with your style. This doesn't mean you have to keep up with every flashy fashion or that you're parading around in outfits more suited to teenagers. Rather, you've curated a wardrobe and personal aesthetic that speaks volumes about who you are today, not who you once were. True style isn't about mimicking the latest runway trends. It's about knowing what works for your body, your personality, and your lifestyle. Over time, you've likely refined your sense of fashion, discarding uncomfortable cuts that never quite fit or colors that didn't flatter you. You've gravitated toward pieces that make you feel confident without having to say a word. And it shows. Younger people notice this because they see in you a seamless blend of sophistication and authenticity. They sense that you're not trying too hard. You're simply dressing in a way that honors your tastes and experiences. One of the most liberating aspects of maturing is that you discover what truly matters to you. Perhaps you value comfort now more than you did in your 20s, but you've managed to merge comfort with a sense of polish that turns heads. Or maybe you still enjoy a bold earring or a statement necklace, recognizing that these accessories can showcase your personality beautifully. The point is, real elegance has nothing to do with your birth year. It's about your ability to walk through life as if every decision, from your hairstyle to your footwear, is a deliberate choice that reflects your inner self. When a younger woman admires you, it's not just about the fabric you're wearing It's about the poise and assurance behind it. It's the way you hold your head up high, daring the world to see you as you truly are. That's a level of cool that can't be faked. It's cultivated over time, and it tells everyone around you, subtly but unmistakably, that your beauty is here to stay. If there's one quality that can make a person absolutely captivating, it's confidence, but not the showy, boastful kind. Rather, the grounded self-belief that comes from years of learning, growing, and occasionally stumbling. Younger individuals may have bursts of bravado, but you have a steady current of assurance that remains calm and unwavering no matter the situation. That's the third powerful sign you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Picture yourself having a conversation where people lean in, watch your face closely, and react thoughtfully to your words. They listen not only because you speak with intelligence, but also because you project a calm sureness that's hard to ignore. It's not about loud volume or dramatic gestures. It's about the certainty in your voice that conveys, I know who I am, and I respect myself too much to pretend otherwise. When you've built your life upon a strong sense of identity, you don't chase every passing trend or worry incessantly about what others think. In turn, people sense they can trust you, confide in you, and perhaps learn from you. It's no surprise that you may find yourself dispensing advice or mentoring those around you. Your confidence becomes a beacon. They want to emulate the calm, refined approach you take to everyday challenges. This invisible glow of confidence also influences how you move. Your posture becomes more upright, your gestures more deliberate. You don't fidget or shrink back when someone asks you a direct question. Instead, you answer with the conviction of someone who knows her worth isn't tied to fleeting standards. That's real attractiveness, an internal force so potent that it changes the atmosphere of any room you enter. And here's the best part. This kind of confidence doesn't diminish over time. Quite the opposite. Each challenge you've overcome, each memory you've collected, each success and failure has shaped you into a woman who no longer needs external validation. That freedom radiates from you, making others sense they're in the presence of someone truly remarkable. That's how you know you're still turning heads, whether you notice it or not. Are you the type of person people come to when they need a kind word or a listening ear? If yes, you already possess one of the most underrated yet potent forms of attractiveness, warmth and approachability. While some might believe that being standoffish creates mystique, nothing compares to the magnetic pull of genuine kindness, especially as you get older. It's like an open door that invites people in and makes them want to stay. Think about the times you've been in a group setting, perhaps at a family function or a local community event, and a complete stranger confided a personal story to you. Or maybe they sought your guidance on a sensitive matter. This level of trust isn't random. It happens because you project an empathy that signals you're safe here. I won't judge you. And that level of comfort is profoundly attractive on multiple levels. You might assume that warmth is something minor or too soft to be associated with beauty. But if you've ever met someone who was physically stunning yet cold or arrogant, you know how quickly that initial allure can vanish. On the other hand, a person whose genuine kindness shines through becomes increasingly beautiful the more time you spend with them. That's the advantage you hold as a mature woman, the ability to pair your experiences with a welcoming spirit that instantly puts people at ease. Even a simple smile has a huge impact. When you flash a sincere, heartfelt smile at someone, it's almost disarming. It says you're open to connecting, you're interested in hearing their story, and you respect them as an individual. In today's fast-paced world, that kind of willingness to engage is rare, and people find rarity intriguing. Your approachability becomes a beacon of hope and positivity that sets you apart, making your presence memorable long after you've said goodbye. Warmth isn't about letting others walk all over you or sacrificing your own needs. It's a balance. You stand firm in who you are, yet you give others space to express themselves. It's a delicate blend of compassion and self-assuredness. When you embody that balance, trust me, it shows. And it's often one of the first things people mention when describing why they feel so drawn to you. People will say, "She just made me feel comfortable." And That comfort is an extension of your timeless appeal. When was the last time you truly looked someone in the eye, letting them see the person behind the words? Eye contact is far more than a casual social norm. It's a powerful signal that can instantly convey your confidence, sincerity, and depth of character. For an older woman who knows her own value, eye contact becomes a subtle yet compelling way to demonstrate that you're fully present and unafraid to connect on a deeper level. Just think about the difference between someone who glances around the room mid-conversation versus someone who locks eyes with you and listens attentively. The second scenario is intensely engaging. It shows respect. It also shows an absence of insecurity. You're not darting your gaze around because you're comfortable enough to hold focus. That silent statement of, "I see you, and I'm not in a rush to look away," can be incredibly attractive, making the other person feel valued and noticed in a way that's all too rare. Along with eye contact, posture serves as a silent testament to your self-belief. Standing tall, keeping your shoulders relaxed yet aligned, and walking without haste signals that you feel at home in your own body. Contrast that with someone slumped over or constantly fidgeting, it can suggest unease or even a desire to disappear. When you show the world that you're not afraid to take up space, you inherently appear more intriguing. Body language is also a form of quiet communication. Subtle nods when you're listening, a gentle tilt of your head to convey empathy, or the purposeful way you lean in just a bit to show engagement. All of these micro actions make conversations feel more genuine. And guess what? People love genuine interaction. It's refreshing in a society that often rewards superficial exchanges. Your ability to express authenticity without uttering a word can captivate others in ways you might not realize. If you consistently find people giving you the same respect in return, mirroring your body language, meeting your eyes with a smile, then you've stumbled upon another sign of your undeniable appeal. It's not vanity. It's a testament to how deeply your presence impacts others. And it all starts with these silent signals that say so much without you having to speak. Take a moment to consider the countless stories you carry with you, tales of triumph, moments of heartbreak, lessons learned the hard way, and joyful achievements that took years to realize. Now ask yourself, do you see those chapters of your life as baggage, or do you see them as a treasure trove of wisdom? If you're leaning toward the latter, you've already unlocked one of the most beguiling facets of mature beauty, the allure of life experience. Younger people might have a certain glow of potential, but you have the glow of a life actually lived. You've faced down adversity and come out the other side with scars that speak to your resilience. You've explored your passions, made unexpected turns in your career or personal relationships, and discovered the power of reinvention. When you speak, it's with the authority of someone who has been there and done that, lending your words a richness that can't be faked. Have you noticed that acquaintances, friends, or even strangers sometimes hang on to every word when you tell a story from your past? They're not just being polite. They're genuinely intrigued by the perspective you offer. For them, it's a glimpse into what lies ahead or how to handle challenges they've never faced. For you, it's a comfortable space where you can share lessons without flaunting them. That's the mesmerizing effect of experience. It draws people in, encouraging them to reflect on their own lives in light of the wisdom you share. And life experience doesn't just inform your words. It also shapes how you handle life's twists and turns. You're likely slower to panic, quicker to find humor in absurd situations, and more adept at forging meaningful connections. This grounded approach makes you someone others want to be around, especially in times of chaos or uncertainty. In that sense, the composure you've cultivated over the years adds an extra layer of fascination that's impossible to replicate artificially. Remember, age is not a flaw to be hidden. It's a badge of honor that reveals the many landscapes you've traversed. When others sense this, they're drawn to you almost as if they can learn the secrets of life by simply being in your orbit. That genuine intrigue, it's another solid proof that you remain just as captivating, if not more so, than you've ever been. Has a younger man ever held the door for you a fraction of a second too long, sharing a quick, admiring glance before you passed through? Maybe you were at a coffee shop and the barista made a point of saying how lovely your smile is today, or an old acquaintance reached out randomly on social media just to check in after many years. These small acts might feel like coincidences, but take a step back and consider that they might be signs you're still turning heads in ways you don't always notice. Too often, we dismiss such gestures, attributing them to someone being polite or simply practicing good manners. But politeness doesn't always explain a lingering gaze or a conversation that goes on a little longer than necessary. That's admiration, pure and simple. Sometimes people hesitate to compliment someone older because they're unsure of the reaction. But when they do summon the courage, it usually means something genuine compelled them. Imagine you're at a bookstore reaching for a novel and someone around your age or even younger strikes up a conversation, intrigued by your choice. You share a friendly chat, discover some common ground, and part ways feeling a bit lighter. No, you didn't just imagine that spark. There's a good chance they found you intriguing, whether it was your confident manner, the kindness in your voice, or simply that special aura you've cultivated through the years. This extends beyond fleeting romantic scenarios. Admiration can manifest in many forms, from a neighbor offering to help with groceries to a coworker seeking you out for counsel. The key is to recognize these moments for what they are: real-life indicators that you remain a person of significance and appeal. While society often makes older women feel invisible, daily life is sprinkled with tiny reminders that invalidate this notion. The key is to pay attention. So the next time you catch someone doing a double take or going the extra mile to make you smile, don't brush it off. Instead, store it in your memory as tangible evidence that you still radiate a kind of charisma people find worth noticing. By acknowledging and even cherishing these moments, you reinforce your own sense of worth and continue to exude that magnetic quality everywhere you go. In a world brimming with youth-centric messaging, it's easy to assume that respect and admiration hinge solely on physical appearance. Yet, if you've reached a stage in your life where people regularly honor your opinions, seek your guidance, or even emulate your behavior, you've tapped into a far greater form of attractiveness. This final sign isn't about whether someone thinks you're pretty in a superficial sense. It's about commanding esteem that goes hand in hand with genuine beauty. When others actively seek out your perspective, it means you're seen as a figure of authority, whether in your community, among friends, or within your family. Maybe they request your help planning an event because they trust your organizational skills, or they might ask for advice on navigating life transitions, anything from switching careers to mending family disagreements. These are not just random calls for help. They're rooted in an underlying admiration that goes far deeper than looks. How does this tie into being attractive? Respect is one of the purest forms of acknowledgement. Think about it. Someone might find you physically appealing for an instant, but respect endures. It's built over time, layering your intelligence, compassion, reliability, and yes, even your subtle confidence into one compelling package. People see you not just as someone who was pretty when she was younger, but as a person of substance right now. Consider the ripple effect of your guidance. Younger people may share with their friends what Mrs. So-and-so suggested, or your family might repeatedly recall that one brilliant idea you had for a gathering. In each retelling, your influence grows, subtly reinforcing that you matter, that you've carved out a place of dignity and grace in their world. The more this respect circulates, the more people gravitate toward you, whether for heartfelt conversations or simply to be in your company. Ultimately, being respected for who you are is the greatest sign that your attractiveness has transcended the fleeting measures of any mirror test. It stands on a foundation of mutual regard, personal integrity, and the many layers of beauty you've cultivated over a lifetime that is truly timeless, shining through in each meaningful connection you form. As we bring these reflections to a close, take a moment to consider what you've learned about yourself. Beauty is far more than a few lines on a face or the color of one's hair. It's an accumulation of qualities: grace, warmth, poise, experience, and a style that speaks directly to who you are now. Each day, you share these gifts with the world, often without even realizing how much they captivate those around you. Yes, aging might have changed certain aspects of your appearance, but it also bestowed the confidence to stand tall without apology, the wisdom to navigate life's complexities, and the empathy that draws people in. When you walk into a room, your presence has the power to shift the mood and invite genuine connection. Younger individuals who compliment your outfit or admire your demeanor aren't just being kind. They're acknowledging a timeless allure that only expands with age. As you look back on all the signs we've explored, from the quiet influence you wield to the small daily moments of admiration, recognize them for what they are, proof that your beauty hasn't gone anywhere. It's merely evolved, ripening into a potent blend of charisma, kindness, and self-assuredness. Before you go, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences. Which of these signs stood out the most? Have you caught people sneaking glances your way? Noticed younger folks emulating your style? Realized people genuinely listen when you speak? Share your stories in the comments below. Your insights can help others see their own worth more clearly. And if you found value in these reflections, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Your engagement means more than you know, and it encourages me to continue crafting content that celebrates the power, resilience, and beauty of women at every stage of life. Remember, the signs are everywhere, whispering that you're far more attractive than you might think. Let this be your gentle reminder to own your uniqueness, walk in your truth, and never forget that lasting allure has no expiration date. Revel in the confidence that comes from years well lived, and let the world see just how stunning you truly are, inside and out. Thank you for spending your time with me today. May these words stay with you, encouraging you to step forward with renewed appreciation for the incredible woman you've become. Until next time, keep shining, and remember, your radiance is timeless.